Today we're going to cover another essential oil that has effects upon the emotions. And I'm really excited about this series because, oh my goodness, the essential oils and the restoration of my physical health, my mental and emotional and spiritual health has been huge. If you remember correctly, I have mentioned before that I come from a lot of abuse. Abuse as a child, abuse as a wife, even abuse as a mom sometimes, because, you know, us moms can be abused because we go through times where our children are teenagers and they're very willful, and we can feel awfully abused, we can feel rejected, we can feel worthless and unimportant. Does it mean that it was really bad or whatnot? No, it just is what it is. It's how things were. It's how I felt. And it's okay to acknowledge how we feel as mothers. It's okay to acknowledge how we feel as people, as children. So, Arborvitae, that is spelt Arborvitae. It comes from Canada. It is a type of cypress or western red cedar tree. Its nickname is Tree of Life. Isn't that interesting? I know that it is a wonderful essential oil for restoring wood. It's got a lot of really good restorative properties to it. I know that it is really good to help boost the immune system. It's one of the oils that I love to diffuse. Some other information is it is good for emotional balance, the respiratory system, and our skin. Aromatically, it is calming and great during Bible study and prayer time, you know, to enhance that feeling of connectiveness to our Father. It assists individuals who think anything must be done the hard way and alone. No wonder I like this essential oil. Seriously, in my lifetime, I learned that I had to do things the hard way. And I learned to do them alone, which makes it even harder. But we don't have to do that because we have a wonderful Father who loves us. When we don't trust our Father, we block His helping us through our own will and depend upon our own selves. So that creates an issue for sure and for certain. Arborvitae helps us to choose to live in peace and joy by trusting our Father's abundance. Oh yeah. It is very grounding, and it helps us to allow our Father to help us find balance. We have less need for control. That's that big old word, control. I got a story to tell you. Latin name means to sacrifice. By sacrificing our will, we are more fulfilled. By relaxing, taking a deep breath, surrendering to the flow of life and grace, we receive our Father's strength. It helps us with negative emotions such as willful, struggle, excessive effort, distrust, rigid, fearful, need to control. And it increases these positive properties: being peaceful, surrendering, being grounded, allowing our Father's will, being relaxed and grace-filled, effortless living, trust in our Father. Okay, so I said I had a story to tell you, so let me tell you my story. Back in the first part of February, end of January, 1st of February, there was something that I had to do that was extremely painful and extremely hard. I started it with no trepidation whatsoever because I knew it was the right thing to do. But then somewhere along the line, I got afraid that I was not doing what my Father wanted me to do. And I tend to pray like this: if you want such and such to happen, I need such and such to happen so that I know it's your will. Now, I only pray this when my emotions are so high I can't seem to hear Him well and know what He wants me to do. And I think we all reach those points in times. But it's kind of like Gideon's prayer. If you remember, Gideon put a fleece out. Well, it's my way of putting a fleece out. What do you want from me? How can I know it's your will? Because sometimes emotionally we struggle with that aspect. So anyhow, I put the fleece before my Father, and the fleece come back that yes, I was to do this awful thing I didn't want to do that was extremely hard. And when I found out the answer, I fell apart. I absolutely fell apart. Because even though I knew I trusted my Father, and even though I knew He was going to take care of everything, following through, I wasn't sure I could do it. And I completely fell apart. And I contacted my upline, who also happens to be very precious and dear to me. And this is what she suggested. She suggested that I use balance and Arborvitae and frankincense. So I put a drop of balance in my hand, rubbed my hands together, cupped it around my face, took some deep breaths, then followed it with Arborvitae, and then followed it with frankincense. And let me tell you what happened. All my emotions calmed down, and I was able to go do what I needed to do, even though it was very hard, and even though it was very difficult and so painful. I was able to go do it without fear, without trembling, without feeling alone, without making it harder. I just went and did it. I was able to go through the process without a lot of emotions, just being honest and being forthright with the people I had to talk to. Now, I use balance and Arborvitae before I get ready to do a class. I don't use the frankincense all the time, but I really want that Arborvitae there. Arborvitae by its very self is extremely good, but combining it with oils such as motivation and passion and peace, okay, it's going to multiply the effects of those oils, and it's going to help me to be able to approach the things that I need to approach in a way that is extremely safe feeling. So anyhow, so this is, we've done frankincense, now we've done Arborvitae, and we will continue to do one of these every week with a new oil, discussing the emotions and stories that I have to share. Thank you for joining me. Talk to you next week. Oil blessings.